Hi, this is Matthew. I'm going to quickly talk about a live Chicago album that I do own. It's the 34th one. Live in 75. Came out in 2011. It was in Maryland. I forget the name of the place, but it was stuff from that tour of stops in 75. Are all the albums from beginning to that up to date at that time. Some good stuff on it. Really good concert. I hadn't heard it in a long time. That's very good. And plus, you get that old lineup back because it's in '75, so you get all the old guys are back in the lineup again. 2 discs is what it is, and we have. We start with introduction. Any Way You Want. Beginnings. And then, does anybody really know what time it is? Call on Me. Make Me Smile. We start the big multi-movement piece. It is also on here. So Much to Say, So Much to Give. Anxiety's Moment. I love this piece. It's so great. This whole run-on big movement thing is so good. West Virginia Fantasies. Color My World. And then it's that one. To Be Free is next. Now More Than Ever. Ain't It Blue. Just You and Me. I Was Searching So Long. Mononucleosis, that great instrumental, Latin-infused thing. This one is a 12-minute and 29-second version of that one. Pretty cool stuff. Old Days. 25 or 64. That ends that disc. On to disc 2. Got to Get You Into My Life, which really sounds like the Earth, Wind & Fire version, even though that came out in 78. I don't know if they toured with them yet, but I don't know who arranged that. But they are very, very similar in places. Not all the way through, but in places. So I don't know who came up with that first. Free is next. I'm a Man, which is a 13-minute and 34-second version of this track. And then Dialogue. It is 1 and 2 both. Wishing You Were Here with the Beach Boys. They do come on. We will see which Beach Boys. They do talk about, at the beginning of the show, how do you like the Beach Boys? The fact that they also mention them again later. This here, they mention them because they're going to sing with them. As we talked about with them and Chicago, they both were at Caribou Studios. Chicago at the time had already been there. Beach Boys were kind of checking the place out to see, maybe we want to record here, which they ended up doing. They ended up hanging out and talking to him for a while and showing him around and all that. And they decided to stay the whole night and just hang out and eat and whatever. Then they started to, I guess, do music things. And that song came out of this little day gathering with the Beach Boys. And they basically said, if it wasn't for the Beach Boys, we wouldn't be here. So heavily influenced by them, it seems. I didn't realize that. I get some of the stuff I do, but some others I did not know. But we'll get to the personnel in a bit. I will read the personnel because it is a live thing. Feeling Stronger Every Day is next. And then, that is the entire show. I don't know if this was 2 shows or parts of 2 shows or a whole show. I don't know. But it's very good. It's nice to get the people. A very large place. Horns are kind of not separated like I would like them, but also that could be the surround sound thing. Sometimes the backing vocals are left and right. Sometimes they're center. There's some weird arrangement of stereo effects here. I don't know if there were any horn overdubs or not. There probably were. But I don't know if there would be because it's so. This was like 40 plus years later. This came out, so I'm not sure if there were any. But we'll check our personnel. We have Robert Lamont vocals and keyboards, of course. Terry Cathlen vocals and guitar. God, he was so good. Yeah, there's a really nice solo on 24 for 64, I think, somewhere in there. There's some other solos. Peter Cetera vocals and bass. Danny Serafine on drums, of course. He hadn't left yet. Laura de Oliveira is still back on percussion. You get to hear a lot of his congos. His congos and stuff are very evident. Lee Loughlin on trumpet, of course, and vocals, of course. James Pico on trombone. Several solos. Walter Perazita woodwinds. Yeah, all the horns get to have some solos at different times. Technical people. Andrew Sandoval mixing. Paul Smith mixing assistant. Charles Benson mastering. And that is it. So I don't know if there were, I can't imagine there were horn overdubs just because it was so much later. I'm not sure exactly, but a very good show. I highly recommend it. It is in the actual, our numbering, so it'll be number 34. Then we'll move on to something I swear I have. I'm not sure. It will be the Nashville sessions in 2013. I think I have this. I don't remember, though. Again, my stuff is in boxes and very hard to get to. It's not easy to find. I'll see if I can find it on YouTube. I can't stream it on Apple Music, which is annoying. I can't find it anywhere, so I'll have to go find it on YouTube. Hopefully somebody's got a video. If not, it will be even shorter because I don't get to hear it, and I don't remember if I own it or not. I don't recall owning this, but I think I do, because it is numbered. Because I know I got some new album, and I got this thing here at the same time. So I really think I have this. But why it isn't streaming is beyond me. I haven't looked into it too much yet, but that will be the next time. But definitely go check this out especially if you like the old lineup, and you get a very complete concert. 2 discs. Actually, disc 1 is clearly longer than the other, but it's still very good. If you didn't like the sound on Live at Carnegie Hall, you might check this one out. It's not too many years after, but I never thought the horn sounded bad to begin with. But if you don't like that album, maybe you might like this one. I'm sure it was remastered. I imagine. I forget where in Maryland this is. It's someplace in Maryland at an arena. I forget where. They mentioned it in the actual show. So if you want to know, go give it a listen. It's pretty. I think it's in the beginning of the show exactly. So you get to hear them tuning a little bit and that kind of thing. So yeah, but we'll go back from old. We'll go back to new, and the next one with the Nashville sessions when I do the next video.